So, let's go ahead and start with Rumble in the Rubble. Distant future, the year 3000. The world is a desolate place. A horde of ravenous monsters roam the wasteland. But even here, Nefarious villains struggle for control. Only one man can stop them with the help of his team. This time, it's do or die. Coming soon from Champion Studios. This one-shot requires yada yada yada. So, apparently it's just one horde. Don't panic, people, it's bigger than it appears in your mirror, I guess. But, for this one-shot, we are dealing with the advanced modes of Plague Rat, Hammer Anvil, Proletariat, and Ermine. We are given the Action Hero Stuntman for this one. We have Legacy, Freedom, 5, Tachyon, and Scholar of the Infinite. So if you don't understand what's going on here, more damage reduction, I'm willing to bet anyone anything that the starting stance they have is Bastion, so that's 2 across the board. And then there are other cards they can play to boost things further. So it's going to be a little tricky, I guess. But anyway, that's pretty much all I need to explain. The environment is the final wasteland, so they're going to be going for the low HP guys, which more often than not will probably be a Proletariat clone. It could be his handlers. There's a couple of them that start with low HP, but my money's on the Proletariat clones. So, without further ado, let's begin the Rumble. Keep him restrained. If he gets loose, he'll kill us all. Lock and load, mes amis. Let us put on a blockbuster performance. And we'll just let them set up because it's going to take a little while since he summons 2. They have 2 cards that comes out, he has 2 clones, and she has Prattle. Chemical Frenzy. So, be careful with Galvanize here. Luckily, since it's turn 1, Galvanize is not going to be in effect, but if he hits you, then you hit yourself. If you know his advanced rule, he deals irreducible damage, but only to non-villain targets, I should point out. If you don't know their advanced rules, he deals more damage, and the pair of them take less damage. His advanced rule is he pulls clones from the trash, and hers is she pops your crab. So right here, the restrainers are going to stop him from hitting anyone, so order is not going to matter here. Have you done this one already, Crimson? This is just his end of turn action. And these 2 will protect each other. So for Stuntman, his action hero variant needs cards, so training montage is one of the best ways to begin for him. Some folk have a fire deep inside them, something that can push them beyond their limits. The Scholar. So we drew Moving Target, you want to hit yourself, drew Hidden Mine, and Dramatic Cliffhanger. So we can play L'Embuscade here. I know I just saw something move over here. Not just another rabbit. And then we will do our own stunts. I'm going to play Moving Target, I believe. You're probably right. I'm most likely out of guns, out of options, and an easy target. Sure. Yeah, I didn't get back until late Sunday. So, for this one, not yet. No. So there's no equipment for them to pop. They hit Scholar, then Legacy. The only reason they're hitting, by the way, is because of the Hammer and Shield. This is what makes him attack. Otherwise, he will seriously just sit there and take a beating. And I didn't really call it out because I called it out earlier, but yeah, Bastion. So the best card to play here is Fortitude, because then we can use that to absorb the Proletariat damage. Legacy took times like these to ponder what dinner might involve tonight. And it's time, boys. Cover them in zinc, Legacy. So, 3 clones. That's going to be 2 damage there. They're each going to take it here because there's 1 more shot. So here we can do pushing the limits to play another card and get extra card draws. Yeah, she can run at legendary speeds, but it's not easy. And I want to play the Accelerated Assault. It's not going to hit any of the character cards, but everything else is fair game. And you. Did I forget anyone? Order here is not going to matter because Proletariat has Bastion coverage. I didn't mention, but Bastion also does protect him from his own Psychic Backlash. He's obnoxious like that, what can I say? So, for my plan, I need to knock this down to 4 hit points. That way everything is 4 or less. So we're going to blitz this, and then we're going to use Accelerated Assault in the form of a blitz to knock it down to 4. So here's the hard part. I don't get anything if I destroy moving target this way because you have to take damage. Fortitude I need, this one I could part with, but I can use Lambuscade to hit Anvil. So I want to actually do the melee shot here. So that's going to offset the hammer and shield, I don't know if you want to call this a bonus, penalty, or what, and then his own damage reduction. So we'll hit him for 5. Now comes Heavy Hitter. So we'll put Pushing the Limits on top because we have ways to potentially draw it. We'll have Scholar take this shot. She draws Sleight of Hand, so she's going to hit everyone and set off moving target. That's fine, I guess. Tachyon, don't forget she's going to discard the top card of every deck with Constant Prattle. So we can protect Pushing the Limits and put another burst card in our trash to power up Blitz. So we did our own stunts, and we're going to do a dramatic cliffhanger, folks. That's it for you, Loudmouth. Your pretty face and flashy tricks ain't going to save you now. As for what that cliffhanger is, you'll have to wait until the environment turn to find out. So everyone discards one. So we start with an offensive transmutation that I can use on Plaguerat to basically buy a 1-turn reprieve. If I do that, I don't want to channel because then I'll just hit myself, and it's not really worth it on this turn. So yeah, stop. Just stop. Don't you think you've done enough? And I said we were going to skip. So, we do want to destroy it. We will draw a card, Planquez-vous. We will use a power, all my own stunts, to play the Hidden Mine. I am not so worried about our sneaky foe. He will find the gifts I left behind. And then we want to play a card, Violent Escalation. You can't escape. I'm coming for you next. Jure de Peu. Or is it Tapu? Yeah, Tapu. So you want to hit the hammer and shield here to kill. That removes the damage reduction on Anvil so we can hit him. And you want to... I'm gonna hit Armor. Then choose which one of them hits him. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't choose the person that you hit with the offensive transmutation. Then turn detonates the Hidden Mine. Order matters for you on pop all the clones. That way Proletariat's going to take the full face damage. And the handlers don't matter. Nothing else here looks like it does. And we're going to hit ourselves really, really hard. So you want to hit Anvil here first because that's going to detonate Bastion. If you don't know how Bastion works, it revives him at the cost of the position. And now the damage reduction is removed, so we can hit everyone for full. Well, except for Hammer there. And I'm not really too worried about Anvil now since Bastion's been removed. I'm more concerned about Proletariat. We have one turn free from Plague Rat, so I kind of want to go after this guy next. Let loose. Denied. So here we'll use Planquez-vous. No, you don't have to trust me. However, you do need to stop that bleeding now. And then we'll do our own stunts. In stylish armor. I don't know Kung Fu, but I am carrying an impressive number of guns under the scout. Drew another hidden mine. Scorching Snap's gonna hit Legacy for 2 since he has +1. Stuntman to do it. We'll use the Armor to our advantage. So the main thing to remember here is that your first instance of damage is going to be blocked because of the Scorching Snap. So if we want to deal damage here, we have to use Flying Smash because this will hit 3 things. So the first one's going to be blocked. I will use that on Hammer because I don't really want to hit him right now. Then we can finish off Proletariat, so we don't have to worry about clones or other crap. And here... like Anvil... I think I'm gonna go for Plague Rat and try to get them closer in terms of HP. Cover them in Zinc Legacy. So I can use Supersonic Response. And we have exactly enough to blitz her into the ground. And before I forget... seriously, I've got fairly decent reaction time. So the nice thing about this is I don't have to destroy anything of mine. For me, that'll probably put 2 more burst cards for the next round of Blitz. And here... Plague Rat deals irreducible damage. I could do a Truth Seeker and try to go for him, but then the question is how am I going to deal with these 2? Yeah, let's do Truth Seeker, because that way I don't have to hit myself at the very least. The truth is power. Your lies are feeble at best. Drew, don't dismiss anything. Revoke our backup, so he's not going to do his big backlash here. Order's not going to matter. So we can play the Hidden Mine, and then we can do our own stunts to play Coup Vexant. Trust me, Randy, if you understood French, you'd be way more mad at him. So, Hammer's gonna swing, we want to use him to detonate the mine. Drew Violent Escalation, Living Firebomb goes off. So... we want Scholar to get the redirection there. Have this hit him. Hit this one first, otherwise Plague Rat plays cards. Can't kill this guy here. And then Order is not going to be the worst. Anvil Fur, actually it's not going to matter, because he'll still do 4 to each of them. It's just, he no longer gets the damage reduction, still gets scorched. You do want to hit the tanker before you hit Plague Rat though. Okay, my goal now is to kill Plague Rat before the interruptions start. So, Doc. Sometimes it only takes a little brute force. That's the only way to get through to that freaking rat. So we'll galvanize one last time. We will push the limits, and then accelerate assault for the win. So that's going to be our mint, boys. And that's the end of, I hope, damage reduction month, or whatever this is supposed to be. So that is our obligatory team mode game. So I'm anticipating something with Santa guys for next week. Don't know if it's going to be ridiculously over the top, or what exactly. We'll see if we have to defend giftness or not. Otherwise, that's my expectation for the week. We don't have a core game coming up for a little while. Yeah, I'll probably be Santa Guys special and then the core game. Oh well, we'll see. So, hopefully you guys get to see that it's not as bad as it looks. It's a fairly quick team game, even though it didn't really look that way on paper. But yeah, just really well-placed hidden mines did the trick. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching.